Hey guys, welcome back. So this video is going to be about what I wish I knew before I started nursing school. And this is actually my first collab video and it's with Nurse Bass. I used to watch him all the time before I started nursing school and when I was first starting, so it's crazy that I'm like collaborating with him now in this video. Anyways, his information is going to be down below, so definitely go check him out and watch his video, which is also going to be linked, and see what he has to say about what he wish he knew. So the first thing I wish I knew before I started nursing school was to go in with an open mind. Because if you guys have been following me for a little while, you know that I went to school for nursing specifically to be a NICU nurse. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I was interested in. So when I first started, subconsciously a lot of this stuff I would learn for the test, but in the back of my head I was like, oh, I'm never gonna need to know this because I'm just gonna be working with babies, so I'm gonna learn this for the test, but I'm like not that concerned about it. And 2 semesters in, a NICU was like out of my head. So when you go in only wanting to do one thing and only with one thing on your mind, you're kind of biased when you're learning information. You'll pay attention to the specialty that you're interested in, but kind of leave everything else on the back burner. And you want to go in with just an open mind and soak up all the information you can and then decide later on what you want to do. Because like I said before, I went in wanting to only be a NICU nurse, and now I'm an ER nurse, which is something that is like totally different. So if I would have not paid attention to any other stuff I learned and only paid attention to my pediatric class, I would have been lost. So somewhere throughout nursing school, I opened my mind and I was like, you know what, maybe I want to do something other than NICU. Let me just give something a try. And I started looking at other specialties and I started paying more attention to the disease processes we're learning and all that other stuff, and I was like, this is kind of interesting. I kind of like this stuff. And then I ended up shadowing in the NICU, and I didn't love it as much as I thought I did. I still loved it, don't get me wrong, but I knew I didn't want to start off there. So that's why I say go in with an open mind. You never know what you're going to fall in love with. The second thing I wish I knew before going into nursing school was my learning style. If I knew my learning style, I would have saved a lot more time on studying than what I actually spent, because at first I would spend my time reading and reading and reading, and by the end of reading I realized I retained absolutely nothing that I just read, and when I went to class I was like clueless. That's because my learning style is visually. I learn visually, so I need to watch videos, I need to see things done, and I need to picture it in my head. When I read, that it doesn't stick with me. That's just how I work. So if I would have learned my learning style earlier, I would have known that textbook learning isn't really for me, and I could have saved time and used that time effectively to study for how I learn personally. And the third thing I wish I knew before going into nursing school was how to take concise notes, because when I first started, I took notes on my computer and I was literally writing everything word for word that the teacher was saying, and again, I was wasting my time. Learn how to take concise notes and know what's important. Don't write down the teacher's stories and a random fact in 2005. Like, write down the interventions, what you need to know as a nurse, any nursing considerations, any special considerations, I don't know, anything like that. Write down the highlights. Do not write down everything word for word, because then when you go back and reread your information, you're reading just fluff and everything is not going to stick. So put down what you absolutely need to know, and that'll help you absorb the information better. So that is the end of my video, guys. Make sure you go check out Nurse Bass and subscribe to him. His video will be linked down below. Thank you guys for watching.